Bring out the PS2 again? Nice. One day I should break out my PS2 as well. Although I need a SD converter for my capture card so that I can hook it up with onto my monitor so I can play at my desk area. Because there are some PS2 games that I want to dust off so I can LP them. Alright, so about a week and a half ago, somebody submitted a series world record in Super Metroid. For context, series is like the very beginning of the game where you're escaping Series Station, and there's an in-game timer. So that's like the first thing that Super Metroid runners like compete on, like a fun thing to have a leaderboard for. Now, because Series Station is at the very beginning of the game and it's very short, it takes like on average like 15 seconds. That comes with many people who are unaware of the Super Metroid community to like submit like meme submissions. So somebody tried to submit a Super Metroid world record. The time was 48 something, and the world record's like a 47-ish. Mid 47, I think. I think Shiny Zenny has it. It's either Shiny Zenny or somebody else. Whoever's on the world record is already known to be like a really well-established Super Metroid runner. So then some guy nobody's ever heard of before joins the Super Metroid Discord and was like interested in doing runs of Super Metroid. So his first category is, as you guessed, Series Station, Series Escape. So like this guy just like grinds the heck out of Series Station. He plays on emulator. I think he also plays on controller, but like the thing is on emulator, he maps the trigger buttons on his mouse. Now that sounds kind of sketchy. He was like posting videos in the Super Metroid Discord about him doing what's known as arm pumping. Arm pumping is when you're moving around and aiming Samus's arm cannon up and down, and you move like 1 pixel faster for every time you aim Samus's arm cannon. Now, of course, naturally on a Super Nintendo controller, getting really good matches in is kind of difficult. But the way this guy was arm pumping, like he uses his mouse, he does this like crazy jitter clicking, which seems pretty unrealistic, but you know, this guy wasn't really anything yet. None of us really thought much about him. You know, he was just learning the game, and well, he was just grinding Series Station, which nobody ever does, by the way. If you look at the Series Escape leaderboard, most of them are done while doing like PB attempts of like the full game itself. And that's fine. And it's also fine if you just want to grind out Series Escape. But obviously, if you're good at Super Metroid, then grinding out Series Station alone gets very boring very quickly. It's like grinding any percent in this game. So then he starts grinding Series Escape. He gets his time into the 40s. Alright, this guy is like getting pretty good for just grinding Series Escape. A couple hours later, he gets like a 45, a 46, or something like that. Then he gets a 47. Okay, he's inching very close to the world record. And he claims that world record's not his goal for Series Escape. And then, a few hours later, he comes out, he posts a screenshot of him getting a 48, which is like an insanely crazy time for a Series Escape. So naturally, he's getting some attention in the Super Metroid Discord. He posts a video of his run, and then goes to bed right after that. While he's asleep, several people, including myself, I watched it while I was at work, looked through the video, and saw some inconsistencies. First off, his very beginning movement of the game, like before the Series Escape even starts, is really bad. Like, he makes, like, so many mistakes. Of course, that doesn't matter, because none of that is counted towards the escape timer. But then, when the Series Escape actually starts, his execution is just seemingly good. Until you, like, go to the very last room, where his climb is, like, slow. Yet, somehow that's a 48. So, naturally, after watching through it, some people are pretty sketch about it. So there's some like discussions about what to do with that run. Should we accept that as the official world record? It's so weird. The gameplay itself was actually kind of slow. It was a movie file, by the way, from the emulator itself. Even if you don't know anything about Super Metroid speedruns, like if you were to watch that video, it looks so sketch. Even top speedrunners of Super Metroid were saying that it looks very sketchy. Moderators of the Super Metroid leaderboard were trying to figure out what to do with it. Later on, sometime at noon, the guy wakes up and answers every person's questions about the run. The guy claims that his computer sucks, so his emulator is very laggy when it comes to recording, which is why his emulator is really slow, and why he has seemingly really good movement. So we gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, not everybody's fortunate enough to have a good computer to record stuff. He knew that people were going to be suspicious of him the moment he posted his quote-unquote world record, because like this guy like comes out of nowhere. Nobody knows who this guy is. If you're completely unknown and you get world record, that's pretty suspicious naturally, unless you have natural talent in the game. But this guy, there were some inconsistencies with some of his logic. Some people were trying to help him out to give him better quality ways, so that way it's a less suspicious looking world record. He accepted it. No arguments at all. A few days later, he posts a screenshot claiming to have another world record, and then more suspicions arose of him. And then he said, video is gonna come tomorrow. But what? Why can't you provide a video like right now? And then some people were questioning his arm pumps, how he was able to like arm pump so fast, inhumanly fast for that matter. When you're using a mouse to trigger mash, you gotta use your other hand to control Samus, right? I can't fathom it at all. So people were demanding like a video of him arm pumping, and he was like, I don't have a good way of showing you guys how to do it. I could try to look around and see what I got. I will try to record my arm pumps the best that I can. And then shortly after, he says, I have the video, but it's gonna take 15 hours to upload. And then people were mad, because that makes no sense. Why showing proof of your arm pump mashing would take 15 hours when really it's just a short clip of you just demonstrating your pumps. Like, I'm a good masher, and if people are suspecting my mashing to be legit, I would have no problem proof calling. People started to disbelieve him because this guy was ostracized. He just left the community. So in the end, we never get an explanation about how he was able to get his like self-proclaimed world record of Sirius Station. We never got to see his mashing technique, and we were all in the belief that he cheated. I think as of right now, he deleted his video, his series world record. Exactly. In my opinion, if your logic does not hold up, then I think you cheated. He had like no defense. Like his only defense was his computer sucks. Like a mashing technique website where like you can test how fast you can mash. And so the funny thing is he posted a video of him doing the mashing test. It wasn't even screen captured. It was like a camera quality pointed to his monitor showing that he's mashing the mouse for the clicks per second. The funny thing is that when he was recording it at the last second, it was at like 10 clicks per second, right? But then on the frame that time was up, it went from 10 clicks per second to 24 clicks per second. How does that happen? How do you cheat a clicks per second simulator? So not only did he cheat a serious world record, but he cheated a clicking simulator. And it was camera quality too. The things that people do just to get really good at a very short run. That's another reason why I hate short categories.